Listen up. Netflix, I want my money back. Last night, it was shocking, bro. Shocking. We were expecting a very good fight between Jake Paul and Mike Tyson. It was just a comedy, man. Tyson didn't even try. He was just protecting himself. You know, it was just like acting. So he can just get like his 20 million. Jake Paul is gonna get 40 million. It was just for the bag and sponsors, man. So the first part of this video is kind of like boxing theme, but stay until the end, my friend. This is about football, but we also can watch other sports, right? So Netflix last night, awful. It was like cutting every single minute. Awful. I need my money back. And you all know the result. Jake Paul won. All the judges say that he won, but yeah, it was just like a comedy in the waste of time. People expected like Iron Mike to do something for the last time, you know, KO or something. He didn't even try. If he really went for it, you could tell at the beginning of the fight, Jake Paul was like very afraid and he looks scared and all that. It didn't happen, but listen, man, he's an old man, and on top of that, Netflix showed his bottoms, you know, his butt on camera. I'm like, what the heck are you doing with an old man butt? Anyway, it was disgusting, but I wanted just to mention it. Now we're gonna say congratulations to our girls, Chelsea women today. For me, okay, they became champions. Today is the day that Chelsea women became champions, and we have to give some flowers to Sonia Bompasto since she joined Chelsea Football Club. 1-0 against Aston Villa, 7-0 against Crystal Palace, 2-1 against Arsenal, 5-2 against Tottenham Hotspurs, 5-0 against Everton, 3-0 against Liverpool, 2-0 against Manchester City today. Demolition FC, goal scored, 25, goal conceded, 3. She's the GOAT. So, some more records here. First manager to win the first 4 away Women's Super League matches. WSL. First manager to win opening 7 games in the Women's Super League. First manager to win opening 10 matches in all competitions, including the Champions League. And people said, Emma is gone, Chelsea will struggle. Think again, my friend. Look at Chelsea women on the table here. Top of the table with 21 points ahead of Manchester City. And Chelsea still got 1 game in hand. So if they win the game in hand, they can go to 24 points. I think the league is already wrapped up. Unless something dramatic happened, because Chelsea women are having a lot of injuries. Kadesha Uchanan, she got an ACL injury in the last game against Liverpool, but the manager just announced today. That is like 5 women struggling with ACL injuries. So when there is an ACL injury, you know that it's the end of the season. So she's not going to play for the entire season. We have so many games in the Carabao Cup, in the FA Cup, in the Champions League. I think Chelsea need to go on the market and sign 2 key players in January.
We have a problem. It's a big one.
The bad news is Romeo Lavia is injured and he's coming back to Cobham for assessment. He got injured in the national team. It's common sense. The boy didn't play any game last season with the national team. He played 36 minutes with Chelsea Football Club. So let's say last season he didn't play any game. He was out injured. And now he's coming back slowly and surely. Played like the first 2 games, got injured, was out for like weeks. Now he's back, and you can tell slowly and surely he's still not 100% fit. And you decide to go to the national team, and Chelsea decide to let him go. I think this is just common sense. The player himself, Chelsea Football Club, and Belgium should just come to the conclusion and say, this is not the right time. Give him more time to relax, and let's see how it goes. Now, it's not going to benefit anybody in long range. I still remember when N'Golo Kante was destroyed by Chelsea Football Club and the French national team, because playing him with injections and killing him, like N'Golo Kante almost lost his career because playing under a lot of pain and injuries. So I hope it's not that bad for Romeo Lavia. Viktor Gyokeres scored again for his country today. 5 goals, 3 assists in 5 games for his country in the Nations League. 28 goals, 7 assists in 23 games for club and country so far in all competitions. That is more than Haaland, more than Mbappe, more than Harry Kane. This guy is absolutely on fire, and many Chelsea fans just want to see him at the club. This source here, Fisher Jess, I don't trust him often because he always talk a lot of crap just for attention and clicks. But he reported and said Chelsea are leading the race to sign Viktor Gyokeres, or Gyokeres if you want to pronounce it correctly. Gyokeres from Sporting in 2025. It's all good, dude. I would prefer to have somebody like Osimhen or Boniface, somebody taller with a different profile. But if Chelsea decide to go for this guy, who am I to say otherwise? You know, I'm not gonna lose any sleep, or I'm not gonna regret for having somebody who can score you goals. What I'm saying is, like, we need more balance in the team, people with different profiles, and his profile is kind of Jackson's profile, but he's more clinical than Jackson though. And remember, Jackson is 22 years old and this guy is 26. So imagine in 4 years from now, Jackson could reach his potential and become the new Gyokeres, right? If the manager wants him, the scouting department did their work, and they pay the money, it is what it is. Pedro Neto had more key passes, 3, than misplaced passes in the 84th minute played against Poland last night, and they beat Poland like 5-1. Ronaldo with a bicycle kick. Renato Vega, again, he gave an interview on international duty, and he was very proud to be a Chelsea player, even though he's not having enough playing time in the Premier League right now. But the boy is a Chelsea through and through. Man, the way he talks about Chelsea Football Club, this brother is going to be a Chelsea legend. I'm sure that we got a better deal than Calafiori. Calafiori is injury prone with 2 ACL injuries already at 22 or 23 years old. And this guy is a beast. Can play as a center back, left back, midfielder, you name it. If we give him a run of games, week in and week out, this brother is going right to the very top. Aston Villa linked with Kiernan Dewsbury Hall, KDH. And we're going to have to take an L. We bought him for 35 million. I don't know for what. We have so many players who are even better than him, who cost us almost nothing. I just don't get why we got this brother. We're going to have to take an L. Many reporters talking about a loan plus option to buy 12.4 million plus 5 million add-ons and all that. But it is what it is, man. This is a big loss that we're going to get on KDH. Let's talk about Noni Madueke. Remember, against Arsenal, he stormed and went to the dressing room immediately. And many Chelsea fans are not happy about it, including me, because I didn't like the attitude. He's denying it. He's denying that, no, he went to the toilet, and I do the same every time that I am subbed. I have to go to the toilet and come back a few minutes later and stuff like that. BS. You can even tell when he was subbed, he was walking even slowly on the pitch instead of like running. No, he was very slow. He had an attitude. You can read the body language. He went straight to the dressing room, and he's talking BS just to try to control the damage. But the damage is done. This brother needs to be benched for a long period of time and relegated to Europa Conference League. I'm not saying you have to sell Noni Madueke, blah, 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 blah. This is my boy. I've been supporting him forever, for years. But this time, I have to be fair with everybody and say his attitude stinks. Even Enzo Maresca came out to say that Noni Madueke disrespected the club, disrespected me, and disrespected his colleagues. In the same interview Enzo Maresca gave, he talked about how he will continue using Malo Gusto as a number 10. This guy is stubborn, man. The way he praises somebody like Sanchez in public, and he's our number one, and I ask him to do that, so if he doesn't do it, he's gonna be on the bench, blah, 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 blah. Now, he's like, yeah, I'm the boss here. Listen up. I'm gonna continue using Malo Gusto as a number 10 until it's successful. That is stupid, though. This is, sometimes just use simple common sense. Do we need to make life complicated for ourselves, knowing that there are people who can do the number 10 position better than Malo Gusto?